Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today DIY is all about this lovely turban art. I'm going to show you the way I sew it. I used velvet, 2 meters of velvet, and hats. You're going to need 2 meters of your velvet. You can finish the 2 meter, but I use 2 meter. You're still going to have a leftover because I'm going to use the stretchy part because I want the stretchy part to go on my head. Then I want the firm part to be on the side. That's why I'm using 2 meters. So what you're gonna do, the next thing is you're just gonna fold your fabric into two. You can see it's stretchy. It's gonna be easy then I'll measure 12 inch. When I double it, I measure 12 inch. This is gonna give you 24, which my stitching allowance, which my sewing allowance. So I'll fold it into two. Then together the wideness is gonna be 24. So and the length is going to be 70. So I'm laying it down now, and I'm measuring it to 12 inch, and I'm pinning it down because I want you measure your 70 inch. You can see I measure 17 inch. Then you notch where it's top. Then you go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and cut it out. I'm gonna cut this. It takes time because it's 70 inch. Then you just fold them that aside. The one aside, then the other one I'm folding now is the band one. So I'm going to measure 6 inch, double 6 inch. I double it 6 inch. That's going to be 12 inch. If you don't double it, it's going to be 12 inch, but I double it is 6 inch. So and the length I measure there is 15 inch. The length is 15 inch, and the wide is 12 inch, double 6 inch. So I'll go ahead and cut it out now. So after cutting it out, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to divide that into two again. I'm going to cut it into two. That's going to give you 3 inch. I'm just doing a shortcut, you know. So that's going to give you 2 inch, and that's going to be our band in front of the head. So I'm going to fold that into. So at the end, this is what I've come up with. At the end, we come up with 3. The big one that we fold into 2, the 12 inch that we fold into 2, and the 6 inch that we fold into another 2. Does it, and you come up with 3 pieces of fabric. You come up with 3 feet of your fabric. So the next thing I'm gonna do there now, I'm gonna I measure 2 inch there, and I slant it. I slant it like triangle. So I cut that out. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to lay them. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay them on each other like that, and I'm going to use my sewing machine to sew them. That's going to be our middle. That's just what we want to create there, the middle part of our band in front of our head. So that one now, I'm going to go ahead and sew it down, and I'll sew it down, and I'll come back. So that's it. I've sewn it down. There you go. That's how it's gonna look. You can see everything is coming up together now. So the next thing now, we are going to attach this to the main one, the one with 12 inch that we fold together. So I'm going to attach it. What I did there, I notched the middle where the 12 inch is. I fold it together, and I use my scissors to notch it to cut a bit out of it to know where the middle part is. So I attach my band there, then I pin it down. So I'll pin it down, and I'll go ahead and sew it, pin everything down. I'll go ahead and sew it, and that's what I've come up with. I've sewn it now, as you can see. So I'm good. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to fold it into 2, then I'll put it on my sewing machine to just sew it straight down. So I'll put it in my sewing machine to just sew it straight down. You just sew straight down, and that's it. Sew it down. Don't forget to back stitch when you're sewing. When you start, you back stitch. Then when you get to the end of the fabric, you sew straight down. When you get to the end of the fabric, you raise your sewing machine up, make sure your needle is down, then you sew it down, and you finish it with your back stitch as well. Then I'm trimming it now, then I fold it. Thanks everyone for joining it today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, share my video with family and friends. See you in